Is it sexist that I'm scared of men? Nah, it fine. I am a grown man and I am scared of female teenagers. Go figure. Male here. Not sexist. I get nervous around specific types of dudes as well, and probably for good reason. Trust your gut. If you're only being scared. No. You're smaller and it's understandable. If you use this fear as a catalyst for hate and misandry. Yes. Being smaller is not a reason to hate men. But that doesn't seem to be the case with you. So I think you're good. It's all about how you choose to act and the way you let it impact your treatment of others. If this becomes the source of a pattern of behaviors where you treat men poorly, that's concerning. It's also fair to point out that being constantly treated, subtly or not so subtly, as a threat wears very heavily. Which doesn't mean you should compromise your safety to make others feel better, but does mean you absolutely should be empathetic and self-critical to make sure it doesn't turn into something full-on toxic and harmful. You should also be highly aware that among all the risks of using prejudice, which everyone does, just be aware and careful with it. To protect yourself, as it can lead you to overlook danger that doesn't fit the prejudice. In this case, are you assuming that woman equals safe? Because that can bite you in the ass hard. If you are vigilant around any stranger man or woman and just extra vigilant around the men in regard to the strength imbalance, you're good. But if you're only vigilant around men, or you're treating men and women as different threats even in regard to things that have nothing to do with strength or vulnerability, yeah, that's not good. Man here. I'm also very scared of men. Do you have any idea what some of us can do? All my traumas and all my mental issues came from men. I completely understand that it's going to take a long time until women start trusting us again, and they have every right. Stay safe. Sexist. Sure. Morally justified and expected to fear giant strong randos. Of course. Not everything falling in the lines of sexist or many other ISDS is automatically a wrong. It's technically sexist, but I don't blame you at all. As a grown man, I wouldn't be offended at all if a teenage girl were afraid of me. Your safety takes priority. Is it sexist to fear men? Yes. Is it sexist to fear strangers that are stronger and bigger than you? No. Just as it is racist to fear all black people, it's sexist to fear all men. Whoever told YPU that is gaslighting you. Read The Gift of Fear. It's a free PDF. It's not sexist at all, and actually a reasonable fear. You are just being cautious, and it's totally reasonable. Definition of sexism. 1. Prejudice or discrimination based on sex. 2. Behavior, conditions, or attitudes that foster stereotypes of social roles based on sex. What do you think? Replace grown men with black people or gay people. How would that come across? No, not at all. I think sexism comes not from have an inherent feeling inside based on a certain sex, but how you choose to act on it. You aren't really in control of how men make you feel. They inherently make you cautious, and that's beyond your control. So if you choose to act on that feeling by being cautious and on guard around men, there's nothing wrong with that. If you used that feeling to justify treating every man you ever met like they are horrible monsters that are gonna attack you, that might cross over into sexist territory. This is a great example of one of those things that is rational and fine, but also not something you should bring up about yourself a lot unless with trusted friends who get it. If given offhand, then people can easily and quickly get the wrong idea. Like having dating preferences. Some dating preferences are not very nice. We all gotta keep that to ourselves and everyone wins. Not sexist, but it is absurd. Your parents have failed to teach you how to realistically assess risk, resulting in your having irrational fear. This is not your fault, but you're the one who will have to deal with it. Well, I'm a grown man and I'm scared of women. Does that make me sexist? Tell them that it's not a sexism, it's simply trust issues. You don't trust them, that's all there is. I'm a teenage girl, and I'm pretty uneasy around strangers that are grown men when I'm alone. Normal, especially if you're where no one can see and hear your interactions.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.